It's been a tough week all around, with oil prices continuing to rise. World War III on the horizon, and hey, Lindsey Graham is back to bullshitting and praising President Donald Trump. But there's a silver lining. If you were on the Artemis 2 at least, you have 9 more days to mentally prepare for the shit show you're about to plummet at more than 20,000 miles per hour back to. I'm Colin Moore. Many of us watched the presidential address to the nation last night and were left stunned. While we waited with bated breath, hoping to hear any solution or formal plan regarding the war in Iran, the president did very little to outline a true goal that would satisfy both U.S. and global interests. While the world patiently awaits an end to this incursion, Donald Trump compared the Iranian war, that's not a war, to, well,
World War I lasted 1 year, 7 months, and 5 days. World War II lasted for 3 years, 8 months, and 25 days. The Korean War lasted for 3 years, 1 month, and 2 days. The Vietnam War lasted for 19 years, 5 months, and 29 days. Iraq went on for 8 years, 8 months, and 28 days. We are in this military operation, so powerful, so brilliant, against one of the most powerful countries for 32 days.
Oh, so world wars authorized by Congress are the comparison now? Okay. Not the direction I would have chosen, but it's a way to go. Now, Donald Trump's ramblings yesterday also stated that America's goal wasn't initially regime change, but that we've now achieved that anyway. His his presidential ass even said that the new regime is more tolerable.
The new group is less radical and much more reasonable.
Oh man, I really wish I was on that trip to the moon right about now, but in the spirit of patriotism, I'll give him another chance. Maybe he addressed the nation to confirm success and peace in the Middle East.
We're going to bring them back to the Stone Ages where they belong.
So again, I probably would have gone in another direction if I was his scriptwriter, but that being said, having faith in Donald Trump reading what you wrote word for word is like putting pool floaties on a toddler and stepping away for a smoke. Kid might persevere, but he could also be dead in the water. Fortunately, unlike the kid drowning alone, President Trump has a bunch of hookers on his side.
But we have the best chance in 2,000 years, when Iran is neutralized, for Saudi and Israel to recognize each other in the Arab-Israeli conflict. That is my goal. That is President Trump's goal. 2026 could be the biggest year since 1945. If we neutralize Iran, don't let them do it again.
Oh, Lindsay. I'm glad you're happy, babe, because the rest of us are fucked. If this incursion, war, expedition, gas station, road trip gone to hell has been so successful, I'm inclined to believe that we have clear objectives in returning global oil prices to normal levels, allowing our economies to reach their full potential.
We have all the cards, they have none.
Well, that sounds promising.
When this conflict is over, the strait will open up naturally. It'll just open up naturally.
I'm sorry, naturally? Bitch, they mine the whole strait. They're shooting down ships with people's family on board, just doing their damn jobs. There is nothing natural about any of this. But okay. Mr. President, you've only let me down a dozen times at this point. Surely we can get back to batting 300. The U.S., having started this war while I was passed out overnight with around 3,000 troops sent to the region, will be able to open and maintain the strait because we started it.
Go to the strait and just take it, protect it, use it for yourselves.
I see why the world hates us. So the United States creates a global energy crisis, calls our allies that knew nothing about it a bunch of pussies, and then just says, deal with it. We out. I feel like this might just be the reason that pesky little rule requiring congressional approval of war exists in the first place. This giant Oompa Loompa is just playing World of Nations at this point from his crapper, which, fair enough, is how most of us play League of Nations, but doesn't exactly make me in any way qualified to be the President of the United States. I'm sure we'll have at least a handful of updates surrounding Iran by tomorrow, but for now, our attention is going to shift to the states. Imagine that. The Colorado Supreme Court's overwhelming 8-1 ruling against conversion therapy bans within the state have sided with the counselor, arguing that her ability to help her younger patients is now hindered, and even a constitutional violation. Of course, conversion therapy is a highly contested topic. Our former Vice President Mike Pence once advocated using state taxpayer money to fund such practices, but they've been heavily scrutinized for their ineffectiveness. Conversion therapy seeks to change a person's sexual orientation or gender identity, rather unnaturally, I might add, leading to increased depression among the youth and even leading to a massive suicide increase. To add to that, the American Psychology Association has even put it out in the open for everyone to see that there's no evidence in these practices working towards the so-called goal of this therapy. It's now official. If there was any doubt before that this separation of church and state is dead, Pete Hegseth is out practically giving sermons while simultaneously bombing innocent people. So if you're a Christian fanatic loving all these side hustles, just remember.
Nel nome del Padre e del Figlio, che non ascolta la preghiera di chi fa la guerra e la rigetta dicendo: anche se moltiplicaste le preghiere, io non ascolterei. Le vostre mani grondano sangue.
Let every round find its mark against the enemies of righteousness and our great nation. Give them wisdom in every decision, endurance for the trial ahead, unbreakable unity, and overwhelming violence of action against those who deserve no mercy.
The Pope says no. For more updates, like and subscribe to AT News. Again, I'm Colin Moore, and good luck. We'll all need it.
People who think, people, 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 to people who think, people, people, people.